The streaming adventures of Nick Danger, Third Eye. Brought to you by Bear Whiz Beer's newest, Bear Naked Lager. A brew designed for you in 002. A handful of hops, a pinch of yeast, and ever-fresh Alaskan Ursa urine in a handsome Nick Danger shake-up mug. It's frothy, it's fresh, it's frighteningly popular. Bear Naked Lager from Bear Whiz. And now, turn down the lights, lock the door, and clench up your fists as Bear Whiz presents B.O. Nick Danger, in the case he calls
Shack out on the alien highway. At last, we had an adventure where my third eye might come in handy. And this degraded audio. It didn't really look like much of a broadcast today, though. Looked like we were going to have to make do with local talent.
Non-union? I won't stand for that. Strike! No Canadians.
Just because you're writers doesn't mean you have any actual vocal talent.
Uh-huh. Oh, I got it.
We're in the studio.
Wait a minute. Here's a reassuring thought. The episode starts in my office.
Don't they all?
Yeah, That's how we run. I love my office, even if it does have degraded audio. My office is so posh.
Because we wrote it that way.
Yeah, and I put my feet up on the the desk. I put my feet up on the desk. I pull out a cigarette lighter out of the desk, and I put one hand down on my telephone. My telephone.
So it's you, Dinger, and you're sleeping in your car.
Oh, no, Al.
What are you doing out here in the desert? You're a big city guy.
Well, we're both big city guys, Al.
Yeah.
Why aren't you
Mine's
back in
bigger
Fun
than yours.
Town beating up drunks? How did you wind up here in the boondocks?
These aren't the boondocks, Nick. If these were the boondocks, you'd be face down in a shallow pit. We're a law-abiding community here in the high-low desert area, and we don't like guys like you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. That's right, Danger. And do your homework, or you'll have to go to military school.
I see nothing's changed on your citadel,
don't
Al.
leave the toilet seat up, Nicky, and don't hang out with guys who wear their baseball caps backwards!
Yeah, those guys with the big pants. I know what you mean. I hoped I was driving in my office out to the usual ranch, talking on a cell phone, whatever that was. Yeah, that would explain the degraded audio. Well, I went out to the usual ranch, but I figured we'd skip the usual brouhaha. It seemed like a kind of unusual ranch to me.
That's because it's a service ranch, Mr. Danger.
Catherwood.
Yeah, you see, everything's changed these days, Buster. It's a service economy, you know? We got people to provide people with what they want because people are too busy staying alive to do too much of anything about the finer things in life. Get me?
Wow. I looked around. The audio got even more degraded. There was a fenced corral filled with dignified-looking guys in tails holding silver trays. Hey, Catherwood.
Yeah?
Hasn't it ever occurred to you that you're selling human flesh here, that this is slavery?
You can call it what you will.
Well, I would, but someone got there before me.
That doesn't matter now, Danger. My daughter, my precious daughter, they've taken her away.
Wow, that's some acting. Take it easy, old guy. Who's taking her?
You know, them.
You don't mean them. Aren't them like those big carrots, kind of?
Are you kidding? No, them look like big papier-mâché lobsters.
Oh, no. We're both wrong. Them are the big ants.
Oh, no, them look more like atomic praying mantises to me. But anyway, them got her.
Well, what's her name?
Well, I call her Poopsie Pie. Sometimes I call her Daddy's Little Num-Num. But most people knew her as Nancy.
Nancy Beale.
You're listening to the streaming adventures of Nick Danger, Third Eye, a wholly owned subsidiary of Andrew Enron Brew Futures, Animal, Missouri. Now, let's pick up our story as Nick cherches la femme. It's only a short French
amateurs,
drive.
I told you it wouldn't work.
It's Canadian. He should speak French.
I'm a Buddhist and I'm an intern.
It's only a short drive in Nick's mobile office to where Rocky Rococo lives, a little nearby town called Hollywood.
Thanks, Dwight. That $360 we're paying you really came in handy. That.
Don't make fun of my challenges!
And it
Hollywood,
gets residuals, too.
Yeah, it used to be a farming town, Hollywood, except the farms were gone now. Oh, you could see the abandoned barns where the stuff of dreams used to be produced, but the acreage had gone to seed. Trees grew out of Batmobiles, moss hung over the Jurassic streets, and the valuable lots were strewn with busted pixels, punk graphics, and dead animation. Rococo, that's who I was looking for. He usually hung out behind the Warner Exxon garage. If there was someone bringing them across the border, see, I figured it had to be Rocky.
It's perfect. I use a fleet of Range Rovers. I sit the aliens down, strap on the seatbelts, and give them a loaf of that good crusty baguette stuff and a juicy wheel of goaty cheese, and it would take a really smart cop to suspect them were anything but Californians.
Wow. Talk about ethnic profiling. That's brilliant, pal. You know, there hasn't been a real smart cop in Hollywood since 1978.
Who's that?
His name was Blutwurst, and the guy was a Hibernian head case.
How well I remember.
It looks like it's time once again for the Sergeant Ernest P. Blutwurst Show. So let's all settle down, avoid ad-libbing, please, and listen to the episode he calls Meaningless Flashback.
Diddly-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Aye, it was an Irish kind of day in the high-low desert area. As I swung the old green and white out toward Hellmouth, I'd have swung the old Blutwurst too, I never...
Wait a minute.
What?
No, I'm sorry, Nick, this is your announcer speaking, but waiting a minute is impossible. This is radio. A minute is way too long
No
to wait.
silence on radio. It's not permitted.
Somehow I seem to have lost control. Wait a minute. Could aliens have invaded the show?
You mean them?
Could be. My voice, something was coming through me. It was really noir. Another voice was speaking through me. I was channeling Happy Harry Cox, the host of Everything You Know Is Wrong.
Well,
and
Nick...
he, too, was on degraded audio phone line.
While Nick was thus distracted, Lieutenant Bradshaw breaks through into the flashback.
Okay, Rocky, stand back.
I stood back years ago when I should have leapt forward, copper. I don't stand back for no one, no more. I don't have the time.
Oh, yeah? I've been saving time just for you, Rococo. Take a look at this.
I see it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's really something.
Yeah.
It looks dangerous. Is it real?
It's as real can be, Rocky.
It seems to be getting larger.
Oh, no. I was afraid of that.
Ha-ha! Any man who's afraid of his own rod isn't much of a man. How did you ever get to be a cop, Bradshaw?
Well, Rocky, it's a long story.
I haven't got a minute.
Get in there, Dwight.
That's right, Lieutenant. It is a long story. It's so long, in fact, that we really don't have time.
Hey, wait a minute. You had time for Blutwurst.
No, Blutwurst is dead. I blew him away with this.
Underwood. So, you have one too. There's an echo in here. Echo in here.
Echo in here.
What did you say?
Degraded audio.
I said I blew him away, and you betcha con huevos I got one too. Small change.
Is that small change in euros?
Or is that Weeros? Or is it wee-wees? How many wee-wees to the dollar here?
Never mind.
No.
Stand back, all of you.
No, it's full forward, isn't it?
Yeah, then you spring back, but not in certain parts of
I
Indiana.
thought I was going crazy.
You know, I
if
think
I
if you
had to
said
listen
your
to any
I have
more
a
of this,
That
I
goes for
would
me
go
too,
crazy.
Nick.
Look
That
at this
goes for me
watch.
too. So let's
I'm
break
excited
away
to
for
know.
a quick message from our president.
Pretzel here. My fellow flag-waving, gas-hogging, reborn average American. I want to say don't mind the Afghan handies, because we won't weigh them.
Well, folks, that seems to be about it.
For what? I didn't even know what that was about.
Wait a minute, I have a line here.
Nick
What?
Danger is brought to you by
No,
Bear
Wait a
Wiz.
minute, wait, no,
Excuse
stop that
me.
amateur.
It's
what?
Go ahead,
It's
Nick.
always a wrap-up by the hero, and it comes right here, pal. There you had it, it starts. One of the toughest cases I've ever encountered, it goes on. Because you see, your alien, your UFO, your little green-eyed bug rabbit, when he goes bad, it isn't like your average criminal. He doesn't wear a derby and smoke a cigar and carry a Tommy gun. More than likely, he's standing on a street corner in front of the Canibas Casino in Fun Fun Town, holding a carton of eggs, dressed in a trench coat and soliciting gangs of cleverly dressed prostitutes. At least, that's what Happy Harry Cox told me. But on the other hand, everything he tells me is wrong.
Another surrealistic masturbatory roundup from Nick Danger, brought to you by Bear Whiz, on tap, on draft, in the men's room, at the zoo.
Remember, Bear Whiz is the beer that can't wait, and this is your real announcer saying good night.
I'm the real announcer.
No, I'm
if
the
you
real
do
announcer.
Greatest event in human history.
Just drink with a friend, all right?